Forced to contemplate sharing a stadium together, they came head-to-head in one of the most hotly contested games of the season.
Castleford now have a grip on the 8th and final playoff spot. They're 2 points clear of Wakefield after a 7-try dismissal of the Wildcats at the Jungle. It's 5 wins in 6 matches now for Cass, who opened the scoring with a Joe Westerman penalty, but then trailed 6-2. Glenn Morrison, the scorer for John Keir's team. That was on 8 minutes, and it was all square 3 minutes later. Kirk Dixon doing the damage for the Tigers after good work from Dean Widders. Widders would have an absolutely barnstorming second half. Westerman's missed conversion left the scores at 6-all. Wakey, though, were back in front by the break. Despite having Sean Gleeson simmed in for a professional foul, the Wildcats knocked through Matt Blaymire, and it was 10-6 at half-time. And had Wakefield hung on to win, they would have leapfrogged Castleford on the league ladder. But in the second half, they were blown away as Dean Widders inspired the Tigers to a famous win. The standoff created the go-ahead score for Kirk Dixon and continued to run the show from then on in. Terry Matheson's team led 12-10, and on 52 minutes they opened up a 2-score lead for the first time at 18-10. Some smooth handling culminated in a wonderful offload from Brett Ferris for Michael Wainwright to score, his 10th Super League try of this season. 3 minutes later, the Wildcats clawed their way back into the match through Glenn Morrison's second of the day, and it was the try that took plenty of scoring, the former Bradford man muscling his way over to touchdown. Wakefield back within a couple of points, but that was as close as they got as the Tigers roared away in the final quarter. Dean Widders rumbled on to Rangi Chase's kick, the first of 4 tries for Cass in the final 20 minutes. And after Westerman's conversion, it was 24-16. Widders was at it again shortly afterwards, selling an outrageous dummy to rampage over, and the Jungle was absolutely rocking with the Tigers cutting loose. Wakefield unable to replicate the form they'd shown against Hull the week before. And it got worse for the visitors, the final winning margin, 24 points. Ryan McGoldrick and Michael Shenton utilised the old 1-2 for the Tigers' 6th try, McGoldrick the man on the mark, and the final try came in the final minute. Castleford with the game won, able to play with some style, and there was some champagne stuff in the build-up. It was finished off by captain Ryan Hudson, his first try since way back in March, and boy, didn't he enjoy it.
Even though we go 2 points ahead on Wakefield, I think we're nearly level on points for and against, so it could come to that, down to that at the end. But yeah, we've edged our nose in front, and we did that 2 weeks ago, went back, and now we're back up there. So with 5 games to go, we've got a chance. We'll give ourselves a chance of finishing the top 8.
We don't deserve to be in the playoffs if we play like that. So it's a simple start fact. The league ladder won't lie at the end of the season, and we'll be where we deserve to be. Should that be in the top 8, we'll deserve it. Should it be outside, we'll deserve to be outside. But of the 2 teams today playing for the top 8, it was obvious that Castleford were far superior to ourselves.
Barry, in terms of the points on the table, this was a really important game for both of them, both on 18 points at the time and a top 8 place at stake. And Castleford got it. Deserved it?
8th and 9th, and they're both battling away. And there's a couple of sides that we'll talk about a little bit later that are battling